Start. Sir, I would like to deal at some length, if not at great length, with the feeder to defense. I mean defense production stop. I am happy that the minister in charge of defense production is here. Stop. The defense production department today is not properly mobilized for the production therefrom is not commensurate with the investment. Stop. I cannot be contradicted on this. Stop. I am on firm grounds when I am making that accusation against the government. Stop. Sir, government's vigilance on these units is very poor. Stop. If these units are successfully to function, I will suggest the defense rules and regulations to be made applicable to these defense production units. Paramilitary discipline should be made obligatory in all the defense production departments, particularly factories, and ordinary labor laws should not be made applicable to these units. Stop. If the responsibility of the workers is not properly harnessed and the secrets are leaked out, it will result in a national calamity. Stop. I will again illustrate this point with one example. Stop. I am happy I am bringing this to the notice of this house. Stop. The defense minister knows that a lot of human handwork should be employed there, and so they have a margin of 10% for human error. Stop. But what is surprising is that thefts are taking place in defense production units. Stop. Therefore, I say that paramilitary discipline should be brought in defense production units. Stop. Para. Sir, in the past, we depended on other countries for technical know-how, but now we are depending solely on Soviet Russia. Stop. I am grateful to the Soviet Union that they have helped us with particular reference to defense, but I do not like our country to be entirely dependent on one country. Stop. It must be seen that in the international affairs there are no permanent friends, but even at present we seem to be on the outer periphery of the Warsaw Pact powers in many matters because of our allegiance to the Soviet Union, when it is necessary for us to be really non-aligned and not to reduce our independence but to see that we do not rely on one benefactor with the Soviet Union. Stop. If you depend upon yourself, I have no objection, but depending upon one country is the wrong policy of the government. Stop. Para. There is one more thing about coastline defense. Stop. The inordinate delay in setting up radar equipment and radar observation centers all over India to watch the 2,000-mile long coastline has harmed our defense. Stop. Let us learn a lesson from Japan and the United States of America, who have lengthy coastline defense system. Stop. We can take out some lesson from them with advantage and work out for our own defense strategy. Stop. In this connection, I would lay a charge upon the government again, whether it is the defense ministry or the civil aviation ministry. Stop. I would like the defense minister to look into it and take up the matter with the defense production ministry without delay. Stop. Para. Another good feature of this year's defense budget is the reliance which we are placing on the expansion of the naval capabilities. Stop. This is a very welcome feature, and I think it is much long overdue because we have a vast coastline, a vast area which we call the Indian Sea, and other commitments of that nature, and we must strengthen our naval forces so that we might be able to protect our national interests on the high seas as well as the coast. Stop. One thing I would say at this point is that sometimes we feel that whatever we spend on defense is something of a waste or in the nature of non-productive use. Stop. Whenever we make a statement that we have 2000 crore plan, we say that it is a non-development expenditure, or this is something which does not contribute to the development of our country. Stop. Probably it does not do in that sense, but if you see our defense production program, the way it has strengthened our industrial base, the way it has trained our technical manpower in all these new techniques, that by itself is a great asset from the economic or social or technological point of view. Stop. Therefore, this pace should increase, and we should not regard that anything is spent or any accelerated pace of expenditure on defense is something that may lead to non-productive use of our resources, but it is something which we must not grudge our armed forces, and any expenditure done in this respect is an investment from every point of view. Stop. Para. Sir, we heard something about discipline. Stop. It is true that discipline is very necessary in any aspect of national life, and in our army we have the best and the most disciplined group in our national life. Stop. The concept of discipline also changes with time, and the old type of discipline was you must spit and polish, you must click your heels when an officer comes about, and a certain relationship came to be developed between an officer and a Jawan. Stop. I would say with very great humility that this is outmoded in the present context of our society and our national position. Stop. There has to be a democratic approach to discipline. Stop. I maintain that there is something like democratic discipline, a discipline which arises not merely out of the relationship of superior and inferior persons in the services but out of mutual respect and a sense of camaraderie, and that type of discipline is more enduring, more purposeful, and more in consonance with our national aspirations and objectives as they obtain today. Stop. About the institutions like Bat Boy and orderlies, I would not like to go into that because it is a delicate subject, but I think particularly the senior officers should do some rethinking on the subject to see that what relationship they want to have with the Jawans or the service people. Stop. About salaries and emoluments also there is gap. Stop.